right. Hey, Joyce, you're back. Devon, Kayla. Hey, Kayla. Okay, let's see. Oh, this you? This is Bella's favorite song. Bella loves this song. Love it. Okay. Give a few more seconds so we can get started.
And I've got our stuff up.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Devon.
Hi, welcome.
Sorry, I was grabbing my healthy, nutritious dinner.
There you go. Super healthy. Love it. At least you had dinner. That's next.
Yeah.
All right. So awesome. I think, Mari, do you want to, let me see if anybody else is jumping on. They'll be jumping on as we.
Yes, I'll be looking out for who else
recorded, right?
With us.
Okay, cool. All right. So let me go ahead and get this going here. So ladies, I'm excited to be on with you all today. Week 2 of our series that we've been doing. Oh, Mari's frozen. Am I frozen? No, she's frozen. Okay, you can see me, you're good. So she's frozen. So week 2 of our tips and tools training, really just to build your confidence. How many of you had an opportunity to just go through your script from last week and really just dig in and see, even if you haven't had a chance to practice it yet, but at least click on the tools, the virtual how-to tools, and really get to explore that. Anybody got a chance to play with it a little bit and look at it a little bit? Did anybody get to practice it at all? Anybody practice it? Mabel's like, yeah, go Mabel. Go Mabel. Love it. We want to hear from you in a little bit. That's good, what you loved. And it's a work in progress. Even I, since using it this week, I'm like, there's a few things we are going to tweak, but it's a work in progress. Your feedback is valuable. So awesome. Hey, there we go. Hello, I'm here. So today's ladies, we want to focus on a little bit more about your pre-party and your post-party skills. Before we do that, I thought this would be really fun. That it's before we get into, we're going to dig into skill, practical tips, application. But Mari shared with me today something that Rich, her husband, shared with her that I thought would really be a good way to start it off. Because it's not so much what you say, but how you say it. So Mari, can you tell the girls a story real quick about this urgency, excitement?
Yeah, so my husband Rich, for those of you know, he's very into business, and so he was sharing with me that he recently read like a study that was done, and basically what they did was they had a panel of people speaking, and they had a panel of participants that were watching, and the participants got to judge and basically wrote down like what they thought the IQ was of each of the speakers just based on them speaking. And most of the speakers, the average speaker that was more enthusiastic was rated to have 25 IQ points higher than the other speakers who were maybe just more monotone or more serious. And so the whole study was about how people who are enthusiastic are actually perceived to be more experts in their fields and perceived to be, you know, just more intelligent, or people rely on what they're saying more because of how they deliver their message. And I thought that that was really kind of important for what we were talking about today, because I think sometimes Christine and I were saying how, you know, when you're first starting your business, or maybe even now when we're all kind of on an even playing field of just starting all this virtual, you know, system, that we can feel like we don't know everything, and it's okay, because they are listening more to how we deliver our message than actually what we're saying. And so that's a big part of what we're going to talk about tonight, how you can do things enthusiastically and make such a big impact. And you know, sometimes we feel like, you know, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. And I know Christine will raise her hand that she felt the same way, right? I felt the same way too. And so I thought that was such a powerful thing that Rich shared. And we wanted to start off by saying that, because it's going to be a big part of what we're sharing tonight.
Awesome. So again, so I think that's important, because you guys, you can forget. Oh, am I back here? Can you see me? Yeah. Can you see me, Mari?
Yes.
There you go. That you can say all the right things, but have a great attitude and you will be successful. You can forget what to say and lose your script. But if you're excited and enthusiastic, people will follow you. I promise you that much. So what I want to dig in a little bit today with you is I get down to a few things. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the pre-party, from the how to turn a booking into a party. I'll have Mari share with you a little bit more about that. And I want to talk to you about coaching. Coaching these virtual appointments are a little different right now, right? So coaching, the things that we are doing to make sure that we know who's going to be on the call, getting our hostess excited to share that information in a really fun, engaging way, right? That is trending with our new virtual world. And also even, the ultimate goals of your party, really creating the expectations of what is important at your party and the things you can do within your party to make sure that happens. So the ending is clear. The ending has the results you want. So we're going to dig into three good categories here: the pre-party, the middle, and the post. And this is going to be an ongoing conversation because there's a lot of good content here, but take what you can get, grab a nugget and run with it, guys. I remember when I was a new consultant, and even now, as I'm hearing all these great ideas from so many different directors and leaders, my brain can only take so much, I would just, be patient with my own progress of all this technology and things. So taking what you can get, take the nugget. And when you watch this again, after you implement and practice a few things, you'll know what you're ready to implement again, right? So let's talk first a little bit about booking. We gave you a great script yesterday. Not sure how many of you had a chance to play with that script. It is in the virtual guide from the booking script and how to turn that into a party. But Mari, can you give them your best tip on turning a facial into a party, in your conversations, in your texts, where that helps you, and I'll go into the coaching part.
Yes. So I think the best tip that I can give for coaching a party is really just to be excited and expectant that they are going to want to invite friends. I think that expectancy, instead of going in there thinking, oh, I don't know, timidly go in expectant that she is going to say, yes, oh my gosh, I want friends. And so one of my favorite things to say is, oh my goodness, I know that you're going to want to have some girlfriends share this experience with you. So who can you imagine being there? Using powerful words. Imagine is a really powerful word. Christine and I learned that even more in coach school, that the word imagine, because then they begin to imagine that day, the virtual happy hour, who's on the Zoom with us. And so imagine we're there that day, who is on with us, who is so much fun that is going to add to our night. And so just really using that word who, because the word who implies a person, and it starts making them think of specific people. Also making specific recommendations on who they may want to have. Your mom, your sister, your sister-in-law, your cousin, your best friend, your mother-in-law, your coworker who needs a break, or your friend who just got furloughed, or your friend who's been going through a lot. Really being descriptive in who might want to be there with them will help them even dig deeper. So that's one of my favorite kind of tricks to, being expectant and using that who word, imagine, so that it creates that kind of the picture of their friends being there with them. What about you, Christine?
I love that. So who, we learned in coaching school, as you heard, who evokes a name, brings a name, right? So something simple you could do with her so that how many times are you like, oh, who could you invite? I'll let you know, or I'll get back to you, or yeah, maybe my mom, but I gotta ask her first. You're like, what do I do now? I have the perfect solution. Are you ready with me? And I want you to practice this week with somebody, this new skill. You ready? Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell her this. You're gonna say, great, we're gonna create a group. I'm gonna send you the cute invitation with an easy script to send to your friends. And we're gonna create a group chat. How do you prefer it? WhatsApp, text message? You could use actually Instagram and Facebook as well, by the way, because now you can create groups in there and have communication prior to an event. I like to use WhatsApp or just plain old text message. It's much easier. So, hey, listen, so we're gonna make this really simple and fun to help you get the best turnout possible. I'm gonna send you an invitation with a fun message to forward to your friends, but let's do it together. So we're gonna create a group, you, me, and the girls you wanna invite, and you guys, all you do is you tell her, and I'm gonna add my director because it's part of my training, so I can learn. So you're creating a group chat. You, the hostess, and your director, okay? So here it is, there he goes. Here's our chat. Just add your friends when you have finished inviting. Just send this quick script with an image of the invite so we can start the fun. Hey, I have a fun excuse to get my favorite girls together for a fun happy hour beauty session with my friend Christine, who I've added to this chat for you to meet her. Grab your glass of wine, maybe coffee. Well, as we mask the night away while getting the scoop on beauty, self-care trends right now. That's just an example message. That's not the exact message that is in our virtual party. It's just an example of the kind of conversation. Do you see? There are two people there now. So it's myself, the hostess, add your director, right? So you can create, because all she can do is, you can add members. She can just add now the members to the chat. How easy is that? Or WhatsApp, even easier too. But she can add the members, and once she's added them all, do that intro script that you created for her and introduce yourself. Now, another tip would be that once she does the introduction message, and again, you're inviting your director because it's part of your coaching and training, and honestly, to do a group message, you have to have a third person. Who better than your director? Unless you know her sister or her mom, then you can add her too. Fine, right? But it's part of your training anyway. So it's part of my training. I'm adding my director because she's helping me learn. Great, I have no problem being part of your chat. And I can be a great, or maybe you know her best friend, or her mom, can put her in the group, right? So you can create the group, initiate the movement for her. How many times you're like waiting for her to get going, and invite people, she doesn't get around to it. WhatsApp is even easier. You can create a group, make her an administrator, and she can add her friends easily. You've already equipped her with a cute invitation, and we taught you last week how to do, and the message is ready to go. That was in last week's message as well. Okay, so that's all in the virtual how-to kit from last week. All the scripts are there. Next, you want to introduce yourself because they don't really know you. So introduce yourself. We're going to show you a quick little video that Mabel so wonderfully shared with us of how to introduce yourself. And something, I want you to hear the words. Something simple like, hey, my name is Christine. I want to take a moment to introduce myself before Friday's Pampering. We're going to have so much fun together. What you can expect, da 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 da. So, can you share that video real quick that is in that link so the girls can see it? Thank you, Mabel, for being our model today. She created a generic message, ladies, that she shares for all her appointments like this. Check it out.
All right, here we go. Mabel.
Coming. Analyze mine, but honestly, guys, I'll tell you, making it simple, having one message. Mabel's so smart. I'm going to copy the right cat. And this is easy. You can create one little message, and every time you can just post it in a group. It's generic for everybody. Watch this.
You're invited to a beauty experience by your awesome hostess. My name is Mabel, and I'm a makeup and skincare specialist. And I'll be teaching your beauty experience. It's going to be a fun time with the girls, and I promise you'll never.
Was it connecting?
There we go. Mabel.
Mabel paused.
That's my favorite face, guys. Thanks.
Guys, it's 29 seconds. This is great. It's 29 seconds. I can't get easier than that.
Because it was loading. Here we go.
You're invited to a beauty experience by your awesome hostess. My name is Mabel, and I'm a makeup and skincare specialist. And I'll be teaching your beauty experience. It's going to be a fun time with the girls, and I promise you'll never forget it because I'm going to teach you how to look 20 years younger from now on. Your presence is a present to me as your beauty experience is propelling me to earn my first pink Cadillac. Quick reminder, please RSVP with me for a fabulous gift. I can't wait to meet you. See you soon.
So how awesome. You guys, easy. It's generic enough. Right? Shout out to Mabel. Where is she at? Let's give her a little shout out. Go Mabel here. There she is. She's like, there you go. You guys, that is brilliant because you know what? I literally have to do a video for every party. I'm like, let's just record one good one and just make it easy and everybody gets the same thing. Thank you, Mabel. I love that. Who loves that idea, right? So you created a group with her. Now you're in charge. Because how many times your voice is not there and you're like, she's not calling people. She's saying the wrong things. She didn't invite anybody, right? Now you're creating a group with her, empowering her. You're part of the group. You're sending her the words. You got an invitation going. And then guess what? The video is the introduction. You're introducing yourself to the group. Easy, right? Now they're excited to meet you. And depending on how far the gap is between the initial conversation and the actual appointment, because nowadays things are moving a lot quicker. You don't need to wait a week or two to do a party because people can gather much quicker because of, you guys sharing lipstick colors? You guys are so funny. Now, crushed berry. So I'm at ADD, I'm gonna look at the chat. So you guys, I think that this makes it a lot easier because you guys made me lose my train of thought with lipstick. I love you too. Can be a cat like
One,
right?
it saves time.
Yes. So you guys, the thing is that you are in control of this conversation. You're sending the video out. Next, depending how much time the gap between your invitation and the event, next would be skin analyzer. You want to keep them engaged, keep them excited. Hey, ladies. So not the same day you introduce them. You can just say, you can RSVP with me for, you can tell her that, look, a way to RSVP is download the Skin Analyzer app. Oh, is this mine? Hold on. There you go. Just download the Skin Analyzer app, and when you download it before the party, Saturday morning, I will be doing a pre-party drawing. Hey, what a fun thing. You could do a who wouldn't fight to get the Skin Analyzer app done before that? See, I'm doing a pre-party drawing for a gift certificate to use the day of. $10, it doesn't hurt anybody, right? Towards any purchase or order, okay? So you guys, something simple, you can do that, or you can do an early party drawing right when they log in with the Skin Analyzer app. One of our leaders, that's one of the girls on this call, had a $300 sale this week just using the Skin Analyzer app. Easy way to connect. So you just heard a few powerful ways that you can build a connection and be in control of the guest list before the party. Number one, you are expecting a guest list. Your work, your excitement, your enthusiasm, you're expecting it. You are creating the group for her, right? Saying, we'll create a group. Say, you're just the expectation. Let's create I'm going to create a group. I'm going to create a group for us to start the communication with your friends. You prefer text or WhatsApp? Prefer text or WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram? There's a bunch of options now. I just do those two. Then you can say, great. So, and then you can just add me, your director, Madi, or add somebody she's going to invite, right? Or you're going to invite your mom? Let's add her to the group. Awesome. Get it going. Say, just add the next person. Add the next person. When you're ready, send this invitation message. Great. Video introduction. Maybe you don't have a fancy one made. Just make a quick one right now and just get it started, right? And then you can keep them engaged with the Skin Analyzer app. Easy. Every other pre-party tips ready. Easy ways to coach and keep the conversation going before your party. Now you are in control. Now you are engaging your audience and you can chat throughout, okay? The key words were, I'm gonna create a group. You're telling her, I'm gonna create a group for us and get the conversation started. So which platform do you prefer, text message or WhatsApp? I'm gonna create the group. I'm gonna create a group for us to get the party started. Easy, right? Which platform do you prefer? Easy. All right, so next, that was before the party. So, and then you get another message. Guess who's gonna send a message the day of or the night before? You. Nobody has the words that you have. Your guests are like, hope you can make it. Let me know if you're gonna be on. Forgot to mess. No, you're like, I cannot wait to see you. We're gonna have so much fun today. Got your results for the Skin Analyzer app. In just 1 hour, we're doing the drawing. Don't forget, ladies, download your Skin Analyzer app. You can build the excitement. I cannot wait to see you, right? It's you guys, okay? Pre-party ready? Awesome. Next. So how about we're going to go into different ideas for hostess incentives, but in cases on your brain right now, a simple hostess incentive that I've done in the meantime till I've mastered this virtual world is I just tell the hostess privately, I say, listen, for everybody who purchases products, I'm going to give you half off an item for each of your friends who purchases a product. If that helps you, feel free. There are many hostess options. You don't have to give her anything. But if you want to give her something, I'm offering half off an item for every friend who purchases that night. At night, not next week, not the next day, that night, okay? So incentives for them to follow up right away. So it's something easy. We can discuss more about that on a future date. Let's talk about the ultimate party goal. So now we're digging into the party, focus, and the after party, okay? What is the ultimate party goal? The ultimate party goal is that you're selling skincare sets, period, and a story. Not just a mask, not just a mascara, skincare sets. That is the goal. There's always a goal. Next, you're getting bookings from bookings. You're getting second dates booked in the moment, on the spot. People excited to get their friends together with you, right? And your next expectation is that they're going to provide their feedback for the business through the survey because they're listening to the business. They're going to get a link to follow up. We all have links. We all have a Google form. Madi has one. I have one. They're going to complete the survey by watching the video in the link. So they've heard your business from you, they're hearing the business in the video, and they're completing the survey 24 hours following the event. You want to encourage them to do it in a timely manner, because when too much time passes, you lose excitement and momentum. Those are the expectations. We want team members. We want bookings. We want sale. Many times I see consultants not like focus on the second date, like, oh, I'm getting to know her. I'm going to book her later. You lose the window. You don't know when you're going to have her attention, engagement right there like that. And she'll never be more excited to party with you than at the party. She'll never be more into it than at that moment. So you must take advantage and be strategic that in the moment is the time. So let's talk about how you can get as many commitments during the party at the party. So what if you could get the commitments of what they're going to buy, who they're going to book, and second dates and survey during the party? These words will be added and adjusted into the script that you got last week. Some of it's already there. Some will be adjusted. So please know that as you go back tonight, there's going to be some addendums, because I told you it's a living document, a breathing document. It is alive and working with us. But here's one place you can start. So what about the booking? So there's a portion in the script, the virtual party script from last week that we can go back to, that talks about, let's think right now, let's play a game and think who you want. Like Armani mentioned, we know you want to bring friends. You always want to share your fun with some friends, right? Who is coming to mind? Right now in the chat, they're going to put hashtag book me. So in the chat, ladies, if you are excited to share this with friends, put in the chat hashtag book me. And then they can privately message you, because look in the comment section. They can privately choose to message you the names of the friends. So then maybe they have their text message. I'm just choosing to do it in the group. Amalia's going to show you how you can keep your chats so you don't lose a chat afterwards. She's more techie than I am. But in the group, there's a portion that talks about the next appointment, thinking about who you want to share the fun with. So right now, if you're excited about booking your next date with some girlfriends and earning free shopping, put in the comment section, book me. Do you hear the excitement? This is everything. Not like, oh, if you want to book a second date, put in the comment section, book me. It's not going to work. You hear the excitement? So we're going to have fun with your friends. Your next date, put in the comment section, book me, right? You want to be like, everybody wants to book with me, right? So book me, and then they can say, and in the private chat, you can message you right now the name of 5 friends that you want to share this date with. 5 friends, their names, their numbers right now for the raffle. You can put it, that they can put their, in the main chat. Most people privately want to put that information to you individually, so they can, to the group, put book me, but privately in the comment section, message you the name of 5 friends, 5 names, and 5 numbers that they want to include in their next date. Include the word include. You want to include in your next appointment, okay? And the fun. Share the fun with. So that's part 1, booking, right? So they're going to put book me and privately message you in the game 5 names. And you can tell them for when they fill out all 5 names, they get extra entries for the raffle at the end of the party, okay? Next, how about during the close? When you're sharing the deals, like the basic set, the ultimate set, the basic, the miracle, or the ultimate, or the I deserve it all. It's based on familiar. It's in the chat, right? The deals, right? So what about when you're ready to close, and instead of just being like, okay, here are our deals for today, this, you can do this, you can do that. What if you could say, hey, for the basic set, if you want this one, put there basic, I want it. Or miracle, I want it. You can tell them, okay, so if you love the basic set today, in the comment section right now, put basic, I want it. You remember who's in a pop-up shop already? Anybody in a pop-up shop already? How powerful is that I want it comment? People are like, they haven't even tried the product and they want it. Just excitement, right? All about creating that excitement. So literally, as you're reviewing the sets, you reviewed all the sets in completion in its entirety, and you're gonna go back and say, okay, girls, now it's time for some raffle points to get some credit here. It's time for some shopping, right? Some shopping time. Who likes the deal? So right now, as we go through each one, you're gonna tell me which one you love the most. So if that basic set is for you, put basic in the comment section, I want it. If the miracle set is for you, put miracle, I want it. If the ultimate is your set, after you review the sets, put ultimate, I want it right now. And I deserve it. If you're the I deserve it all, like I was at my party, put there, I deserve it all, I want it. Guys, that takes confidence, because you know what? You're staring at the chat. You're like, who's gonna put, I want it? You can't do what I do with Mabel's lipstick. You can't get distracted. You stay focused and you stay in the game. You can't lose focus, because you guys, you can't get stuck on that, you know? We can't be thinking, what are they gonna put? What if this? You're focused, you're expecting, going back to expectation. expectation, right? You're like, who wants that? I want it. I want it, right? I want it. You can have your hostess do a little bit of help too, you know, like hey, but you love that one, right? Why you love it, right? So I love that. So going back to that, so that's the second part. So you can now get her to get her commitment with booking in the chat already. You can get her commitment to want to take home a specific set in the chat already, right? And how about the last question? You know, they're helping you train by completing the survey, watching your director's Google survey video, completing the form is part of your training. It's part of the next step. So say, well, who would love? So this is at the end of the part. We finished. Where now the next step is getting them to be excited about entering the raffle for a $200 product giveaway, completing the survey. How do you get them to do the survey? Say, well, who wants to earn a giveaway for up to $200 in free product? You raise your hand. Try it with me. Who wants to earn a giveaway for $200 free product? You raise your hand, girls. Everybody, raise your hand. Do you see this? It's psychological. You do that every party where I'm like, how does your skin feel? What do they start doing? Who wants it? Right? You guys, you're going to make them do it, get excited with you. So it's the same thing as a party. Same skills we did at a party, we're doing it virtually. Who wants to earn a giveaway for up to $200 of free product? For those that are confused, I know my girls, we were doing Amazon drawing. We recently adjusted it because we decided that people want product even more than Amazon. So we are doing Mari's team, my team, we are doing a $200 product giveaway at the end of this month, July 1. And $100 goes to the consultant, and $100 goes to the guest, $200 product giveaway. So they're being entered to win an immediate win, you guys. So this is who wouldn't want to enter this, right? So you put in the comment section, yes or no. Who wants to earn a giveaway for $200 free products? Yes or no in the chat. Who's gonna put no, right? Easy. Now you know when it's time to close them individually, you already are empowered to know what set they like, if they want to book a party or not, and if they want to do the survey. How much does that free you guys? This expectation that it is happening in the middle of the party, not waiting for the phone call. Here's what I find. We have a few minutes to go before questions and answers. Here's what I find. I am being challenged with this, that I see many consultants not scheduling the calls immediately after the party. You could do like a breakout room in the party, which we can practice that skill and show you guys how it works. It's really easy. But if they don't know each other, the immediate conversations afterwards, you can how can you think to your brain? What question right away? So we want to contact them right away. Let's say you're the hostess and you know your friends. You can ask them immediately, can I call you immediately after the party to follow up with you? I'm doing 10-minute follow-up calls. But what if you don't know them, right? Well, you can set the expectation in the chat at the beginning. Hey, immediately following the call, I will be following up with you all to thank you and get your feedback. Or in the chat, if you didn't have the opportunity to do that in the party, immediately following this call, I will be following up with you all. My follow-up time is between 2 to 4 o'clock. Please put in the chat right now for the final points, which 5-10-minute increment is best for you. And you can put increments. But basically the thought is, how can I create the results I want right now, right here? And if you have to guess, let's be strategic. Who do you call first? Who do you call first? The person who was the most engaged. Don't call the person who didn't show up, the person who was quiet the entire time. Call the person who was the most engaged, who was the entire time commenting, #book me, here are my friends. That's who you want to do a party with. The person who texted a list of her friends right away. As many times as people are the same people. They're the ones most excited, right? And you guys, in the immediate follow-up call, having these answers makes it easier. We're going to send you guys some closing questions that you can call them with. Thank you for joining me today. You call her immediately. I have seen that when people wait, it's hard to catch them. So you've got to do immediate follow-up. Make it a point that every party, I'm calling them right away. But they must expect it. Sometimes we don't want to bother them. Oh, they've been on me for 30 minutes, an hour. I don't want to bother them. So maybe they're on a StreamYard event with Ari or whatever. But when you don't catch them right away and they don't expect it, you lose a sale, you lose a potential. It's in the immediate follow-up. So setting the expectation that you're going to call them immediately after, and tell them there's going to be a 5-10 minute increment of windows because you're calling everybody between 2 and 4. Can you reach out to them? Between 3 and 4, can you follow up with them? You know what time is best for them so you can, figure it out. But calling the person who's most excited, who's most engaged with you, because that's who you want to follow up with first. It's your biggest seller. That's going to be your most engaged person, your potential team member, etc. So as you follow up, it's, we'll send you some questions, but hey, thank you for joining us today. What did you love most about your experience? Awesome. Listen, it says here you wanted the basic, I saw you wanted the basic set. Awesome. Listen, what else did you want to fall in love with today on your wish list, or any extra items I could get for you? How are you? Do you have an eye cream? Right? You're asking questions. Hey, your total is blank. How do you want to take care of that? We can do credit card, Venmo, ProPay, whatever, right? Hey, so excited for our next date. I saw you listed 5 friends here. What's best for you, weekday or weekend? Awesome. Moving on, right? Thanks for helping me with my training by watching this quick video and doing the survey. Here is a link. When you can engage them in the party to answer as many questions as possible, it'll make your follow-up so much easier. But you've got to create expectation that you're going to follow up with them immediately after and believe that they want to. So you guys, if a party is late, make sure that you already coordinate what time the next morning. I know many of you, Elena, she had her first big sales and first team members. That same night, it was late and she did it anyway. So like 10 something PM, because there's power in the moment. They're excited, right? So Mari, what have I not covered that you want to cover, or thoughts about around this, the expectancy, the closing? Talk to me.
I'm just going to say that, with the closing and the following up, it really is so important to do it right then and there in that moment, even if it takes, a little bit longer, because the freshness of the experience is your best friend. And so it's similar for those of you that haven't done a pop-up shop. It's similar, the day of, you can upsell people, sometimes 2 or 3 sets, which is how I sold $3,000. But maybe a few days later, it starts to fizzle. And so they can't really remember. Think of yourself, you are on a call and then all of a sudden you get pulled away. And if you have kids, and it's the kids, and then it's dinner, and then it's bath time, and 2 days later, you're like, I have no idea what product she showed me. I don't remember what I liked. It's not about trying to blow you off. It's just that genuinely, they got caught up in life. And so the less that you're able to allow life to get caught up, to catch them, the greater the sales, the greater the bookings. And then I love that Christine said that, just you're expecting them to book. They already told you they want to book. So you're just booking it. You're saying, okay, I saw that you want to book, so let's do it this day. And who's going to be there? Oh, you sent me these 5 names. Who else? And really, I don't know, I put this earlier in the chat, but all of these things, the more you can use your voice, the better. The more you can use the voice text, the more you can use a quick video. It is really the most powerful tool. People don't care if you do a video and you have no makeup on. They don't care, because that's them most of the time, but they like to see you. They want to see that it's a person. And I think sometimes just creating that humanity is so important, them hearing your voice. And when in doubt, practice with your sales director. Christine and I would be happy to help you, to listen to your dialogue. We'd be happy to practice with you your booking, to practice with you your close. But definitely just even recording yourself. If you are not excited by your own voice, no one else is either. And I love you enough to tell you that. And so, it's really just about that kind of, and sometimes I know that, you listen to us and you're like, they're talking so fast. Well, half the time we are out of breath because we're that excited. And so you want to be so excited about everything you're sharing. There's also a key thing here. The words that you repeat are the words that actually come like to fruition. It's like, self-fulfilling prophecy. And so are you having so much fun? I am so having so much fun with you. I know you're having fun. I can just see it. Oh my goodness, sets. And that's why we mention sets so much. That's why we mention inviting friends so much. That's why we mention the survey and the opportunity. Those are the constant things we mention, because those are the things that we're looking for at the end. So I I got a little carried away, but I know we want to answer some questions for sure. What questions might you all
Beautiful.
have? And
Yes.
if you raise your hand, we can you can unmute yourself and raise your hand, or you can post it in the chat. What questions might you have? We know that you definitely have questions, so we want to take some time now to do some question and answers. We left you all stunned.
Yes, questions, thoughts, maybe an experience you had, like you're like, how do I overcome that?
Yes, great.
That maybe you tried to get the guest list, or maybe even just like your affirmation that you love some of these ideas, like Mabel's video that you want to implement. Maybe something you're going to implement right away that you're like, I like the group idea. I like the group chat. I like Mabel's video. I like, here's just any kind of feedback from you guys. Who will share? Caitlin.
I'll share. So I actually have one coming up on Thursday, and I think the idea of doing a group chat, I'm actually gonna let the lady know, my friend, that I want to start that group chat, because I feel, hold on, my camera's acting up. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get a chance to kind of talk.
We lost her. Oh no.
No.
Where'd she go? Here it is. Oh, Caitlin, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Sorry. Okay, so what I was saying was that I was actually afraid of that same thing, because the sessions that I've done in the past have been with closer friends, so I have all their numbers. So this is the first session that I'm doing it where the majority of the people aren't my contacts. So the fact that, you know, we can use that group chat or that WhatsApp message, kind of like what we did with the pop-up sale, I really like that idea, because then of course I can use that as a tool to continue talking to the ladies and have them follow my Instagram, maybe, if that's what they want best. I don't know. I thought that was a really good idea.
I love that. And so quickly, because you can implement it right away, right now. Love that. Awesome, Caitlin. Great. Who else will share or questions?
The Joyce.
Hello. I like the fact of the group, and I like the fact that when you send the invitations, they usually go out separately. But I think it would be great that they all can get the invitation at the same time if you use the WhatsApp. I think that's very strategic, because them all getting it at the same time, they know that they're all coming at the same time, and nobody thinks like, oh, she might have got a different invitation. Everybody can see it all at one time. And I also like the idea about the pre-party drawing. I really like that. I think that is exceptional. I can't wait to do it. I'm doing something on Saturday, and I'm doing the drawing with the Skintastic analyzer. Yeah.
Love
with the skin
it.
analyzer. Yeah. Love it.
Love the Joyce. Great. Love that. Awesome. Great. Anybody else?
Yeah, I can share.
Marina?
Susanna, go.
Okay. Hi. I like the fact that in the regular party, when we do at the houses, they have, like, you can write down like everything with the people they want to invite and all that. You can invite, like, you can ask them, oh, who do you want to invite? And do you want to do this with a friend or alone? You know, when you have those cards at the regular party? I like that we can do that on the chat, because I've never done that part. I always ask them after on the after call. So I think I need Christina to help me how to do that part.
So Mari, can you show them how they can keep, and the chat, it says file here. Is that how you do it? File?
Okay, so no, the file is to share, but let me just share my screen real quick. So if you go to it's in your settings. You might not be able to do it here, but if you go to your, it's not in security settings either, is it? Yes. Okay. So if you have to go to your general Zoom settings, and then the same way it'll record your whole class. If you choose to, it'll just record your chat. And at the end, it'll instantly upload it into a note for you. And that's how I have all of my notes. If you can't do it on the app on your computer, you can definitely do it on zoom.com. And you just kind of have to tinker around with it. That's how I found it. But it's all there. And there's so many different pre-settings that you can have. Like, I'm someone that I forget to record my Zooms all the time. And so I have it set to record automatically. And so you can have it set to record your chats automatically, all of that.
Oh, you froze, Madi. You guys see her? Because we're also going to do opportunities. There she goes. She's coming back. Oh, we lost you, Madi.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Go ahead.
So, I think there's a lot that you can do with Zoom. You just have to like play around with it. And something that Christine mentioned, if you decide to use Facebook, you can do Zoom to Facebook, which is another great tool. And that I can show you actually here. So if you come to the more on your Zoom, here it says live on Facebook, live on YouTube. All you have to do is just click live on Facebook. And if you do have a YouTube account, you can also go live on your YouTube, but it's really simple. You go live on Facebook, and I can actually show you what it'll do. It'll open up your Facebook, and it'll let you choose if you want to go live in an event, in a group, or on your timeline. And then you just choose the one of you choose what you want to do. And it's really simple and very powerful. I'm not logged in right now, but let's go ahead and just show you. I'll go through the whole thing. But if you decide to do a Facebook group for your class, then you can do it that way. And so you choose where you want to post your live video. Let's just go ahead and, you can do it in a group or in an event or in a page that you manage. And that's basically it. That's how you do it. It's really simple. I'm not going to go through it right now, but and then once you do that, all you have to do is click go live, and then you're on, and it's on Facebook forever. So even if you do have, one of the things that I was telling Christine is you could essentially create a Facebook event and have everybody live on Zoom, but you can still be, streaming to that event if you'd like to. So
Awesome.
All right.
Love that. And Susanna, again, just to clarify, we will be updating those 3 opportunities where you're going to get commitments during the party. We're going to update the script to reflect that. I know the Book Me one is already there with not the exact words, but we'll implement those so you can go back to the scripts and use them verbatim, right?
And
so,
Christina,
awesome.
You asked me a great question earlier, and we can end with this. You asked me, what if you have a really quiet group? And I think we've all experienced that, right? And one of the things I shared with her is that usually the group is quiet if you're quiet. And it's just about you sometimes are the only one that's like instigating the chat, but saying, all right, I'm so excited. All right, tell me, asking random questions. But that group text is going to help you build that rapport so that then when you get to the chat, they feel like they know you. They've already been texting with you. And so you'll see they'll be so much more responsive that way also.
You have a question, Susanna? Question?
No, I was saying that I like the fact that you can know what they want before you talk to them, and it's faster later on. That's how we did closings at home, at the houses. You already had what they wanted. You already had the people they want to invite, so it was a faster thing. Now it's just like, and you can close at night even though it's late. That's what I like about that, because if it's late, I do my parties at late because I have my kids screaming. Like right now, it's hard, So I like that we can close faster later on with that because you already know what they want.
Absolutely. So smart.
Absolutely.
Yep. Awesome. And again, guys, we want you to experiment with this. Give us your feedback. Tell us how it worked for you, because we're all like learning this together. So we're implementing new skills, trying new things, and let's see what works best. So you may have an idea that you come back next week with, I did this, as I said, Book Me, and this worked even better. We want to hear from you too, okay? So awesome. All right, girls. We have come to the end of our night. Are there any final questions before we go? I want to thank you guys for taking the time. I know it's not convenient. It never is. And if you have little ones at home, like mine over there, like right before this call, I'm like, bathe, food, go, dress, on. I get it. And I want to thank you because I know that these things make a difference. Now you're going to go implement these skills. Don't just hear it, apply it this week. Who can you apply this with? Go back to the virtual party scripts. Book somebody right away. It doesn't take forever. Like, don't think the mentality of old business where it would take weeks to book a party, because it was like, you can book somebody for tomorrow, for Thursday night, for Friday. Right now, get a party, 3 parties on up for this week. It's your belief and your expectancy. So I challenge you to make a list right now of who you're going to get in front of, who you're calling tomorrow, that you want to get in front of virtually these next 48 hours to practice these skills, okay?
Yay. All right, ladies, have a great night.
All right, girls, good night.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.